We have this notion that there is good and there is bad. There's right, there's wrong. There's good, there's evil. What if there just was? We look at life through the lens of duality. We're human. But what if the point was to look at life through one lens, through unity, through the eyes of one creator? We come in and we get to a very narrow point, which is self. We are created and we come into this being that turns out to be the name, the biochemistry, and the conditioning that says this is fill in your name. I am Veronica Drake, and I'd like to welcome you to my YouTube channel. This is the place where I'm going to share downloads, thoughts, creative ways of looking at the old paradigms, things that I've been given in my life, and things that are taught, but I'm adding a new perspective, a different twist. I have been called to stand up and to give what's in my heart and to offer up different ways of seeing the same old, same old. So if you're open, click the subscribe button, click the little bell, get notified when I go live, and let's chat about possibilities. Okay? So I want to start out by saying I find it to be very childlike, not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's a very childlike belief when we think that painful has to be bad. We associate, we've learned that painful is bad. We brace ourselves, right? We get out of balance very quickly with the idea that the saber-toothed tiger is going to get us. And so our nervous system, our sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems are out of whack. Welcome to 2024. I propose that we find ways to master balancing our nervous system so that we can finally enter what everyone is calling 5D. There's a thought, right? So I want to give you a perspective of a dark night of the soul. And I want to give you one side and then I want to give you the other side, okay? And I want you to see where the intersection is. So my father, growing up, was an alcoholic. He lived for the drink. It was evident, even at 8 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old, it was evident that there was something, an outside force, that was creating this person that I called my father. And so he was an addict, and he continued to be an addict up until I was about 20, I think I was 22 years old, 22 years old. I had given birth to my first son at 21, and he was a full-blown addict, my father. And I had made the decision, after him ruining yet again another Christmas, that I was going to cut ties for the sake of my now young family and for my own well-being. And so what I realized was this addict, my father, was going to be forced, if he chose to choose between his family and his drinking. And what I have understood is that the addict looks at it as a dark night of the soul because it is a very, very hard journey to unaddict yourself or to heal yourself from an addiction. And so from the addict's perspective, they are in what we might know as a dark night of the soul. Everything that they knew, everything they constructed to be truth has now been taken away, albeit by their own choice. Him deciding to put the bottle down put him into this spiral. And this is like any other situation you might be having that might feel like a dark night of the soul to you. But in this moment where it's painful, yes, the addict, the person in the dark night of the soul, is suffering. But those of us around him, those of us around you, we see that it's truly not a dark night of the soul. It is the beginning of the emergence of the light. I want to propose that when you are in this space, and we've all been there, and we will all continue to go there because we're human, but I want to propose that these events are necessary so that we can emerge and return to our natural calibration, which is balance. The addict lives out of balance. Whatever other reason the addict puts on it, the addict lives out of balance. The whole point of this is to recalibrate, to take what is over here and out of balance, to unite what is over here, which is balance, and to find and master the tools that you are here to amass, to grow as a soul, to regain balance. So I propose this question. What if we are here to simply, or not so simply, recalibrate balance? What if? I am Veronica Drake. If you like this, subscribe to this channel. Have dialogue with me. Visit my site, veronicadrake.com. I'm here to take you deeper and wider than you've ever gone before.